there, so I'm going to start out by just basically overviewing the 7 functions of the placenta. One way to remember these 7 functions is to remember the word serpent. The main functions are storage, storage of things like glycogen that can be converted into glucose later, storage of iron and other fat-soluble vitamins. Endocrine, it's the production of hormones. Respiration, it's the exchanges of gas. Protection, it's a barrier to infection. Excretion of things like CO2 and bilirubin. Nutrition, amino acids, glucose, calcium, phosphorus, and iron, providing that to baby. And the transfer of substances to and from the fetus. So the main parts of the placenta are the chorion, which is one of the outer membranes that surrounds the fetus, and it is continuous with the placenta. It produces enzymes that can reduce progesterone levels and produces prostaglandins, oxytocin, and platelet activating factor. The amnion, which is the extraembryonic membrane that surrounds the developing embryo. It is composed of epithelial tissue with a connective tissue base, and it contains the amniotic fluid. So as a visual, I drew it. I have it in my model as well. It's easier to see it on this first. So this outer pink layer is the chorion, and then we have the bluish green layer, which is the amnion, and then that is contained inside is the amniotic fluid. So on my model here, I have this netting here is the amnion, and just outside of the amnion here, which would be continuous with the placenta, would be the chorion. Then I have the parental surface here. It is the smooth side. It is not covered by amnion. It is known as the basal plate, and it contains lobes. And then we have the fetal surface, which is covered in amnion. It is known as the chorionic plate. It contains blood vessels here, you can see, and the umbilical cord. As you can see, the umbilical cord is also surrounded by the amnion as well. The umbilical cord is composed of 2 umbilical arteries and 1 umbilical vein, and its main job is to transport and remove wastes from the fetus. Transport oxygen, I don't think I said that. So, quick overview again, we have the amnion here, the chorion, which would be continuous with the placenta over the amnion. Within the amnion would be the amniotic fluid here within it. Imagine it was closed. We have the parental surface, smooth, covered in lobes. We have the fetal surface, which is covered by the amnion. It contains blood vessels and the umbilical cord, which has 2 arteries and 1 vein, and it is also covered by the amnion as well. So just kind of a broad description of the purpose of the placenta. It is the means of metabolic and nutrient exchange between the embryonic and maternal circulations. So it's kind of the main point that circulates things between mom and baby. So that's all I have on the placenta. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time.